Hey, what's up everybody? It's 2 Yellow Auto Sports. Today I got a video about interior detailing, more specifically how to do interior leather, and we're going to do this seat here. So let's dive right into this. So this is a Lexus. This one I would say from a 1 to 10, 10 being really clean, was probably already at a 6. It hadn't been detailed for some time, but it was still pretty clean. Not too much on the floor. Leather seats, no kids in the back, so pretty clean for the most part. But we still take it through what is considered our interior detail. In this case, first thing I do is I vacuum the seats, kind of open up all the seams, cracks in the leather. We want to kind of just vacuum everything up. Big reason for that is I just want to get rid of any sand, any rocks, anything that might be in there that I'm going to scratch the surface with. I try to get rid of all those. Obviously we're going to wipe the seat down at some point here, and I'll show you when we do that. But I want to just get rid of all the rocks or anything that might be in there. So that's the first thing we did. And keep in mind, when I was vacuuming there too, I actually put my hand over the nozzle. The reason I do that is I try to keep the plastic, I want to avoid the plastic scratching your seat, right? I'm not there to scratch and add damage to the seat. I'm there to clean it up. So I do put my finger on top of the nozzle there and on the tip, just to be mindful not to scratch the seat. So the first thing I did too there was I steamed everything down, just kind of as initial decon. I just want to kind of break down anything that might be in there, any dirt that might be in there. I want to steam that down first, and then I actually go and put all-purpose cleaner into my soft bristle brush. And there's descriptions below as far as the products that I'm using in here or anything that I'm using in this video. I'm gonna put those in below this video, so you'll be able to see what tools I'm using, which products I'm using. So the big goal there is just agitate anything that might be on the seat. We've already broken a lot of it down with the steam the first time, and the bristle brush is just gonna agitate everything up and just make it a little bit more of a cleaner seat. Keep in mind, like I said, the bristle brush is a soft haired brush, so not a plastic brush. I don't want to cause any more damage, right? So then I just go in and I steam the seat again, and this is more of the rinse down process at this point. This process can be repeated multiple times. Let's say we had white seats that had not been taken care of for a while. They'd probably need a little bit more attention, right? So in that case, I would just do the process 2 or 3 times, or as many times as it took to get it really, really good. In this case, these seats, like I said, were already pretty clean. They're black, so we know that they're gonna steam down and break down anything that's in there. If they had been white and you can really, really see it, then you want to do a little bit more thorough job, just so you can kind of get that factory look. Now, with that said, not all white seats are created the same. Whether it's white or beige, anything like that, if they've been dirty for a long, long time and it hasn't been cleaned in this manner, chances are we're not going to be able to bring it back unless we're going to bleach that leather back to its factory color, okay? So that's why I say, and I tell all of our clients, it's really important that you do details, especially interior details, at least once a year, a really thorough detail. But if you can, at least every trimester, every 3 months, get in there, clean the carpet, clean the seats, just kind of keep it clean. It is our cars, we do love them, and so we do have to take care of them. Not just that, but when you're going to resell, trade it in, the better maintenance you've done, the higher price you're going to get, right? We already know most cars are going to depreciate a little bit in value, so we want to keep the max. So I just go ahead and I steam everything down. I'll fast forward just a little bit here. So here I go to my hyper dressing. This is a water-based dressing. The reason we like using this one is it does not leave the seats too oily. The oily does give a nice sheen, a nice shine, but it can be over the top sometimes. And some people might like it. We tend to know that from talking to our clients that people like the water-based, which gives you more of like that factory look when you just bought a car brand new. It's not too oily, it's not gonna get on your clothes, and it still gives you that nice look, that nice finish. So what I'm doing here is I'm just doing a little bit of final vacuum. Everything should have already been picked up, but you can never be too safe, and it never hurts to go a second time again. Just go through the cracks just in case anything might have been in there, even some fibers from the towels themselves. And that's your final product. I'll do a video in the future on a not black seat so you can see the big difference. The 50/50 is a lot easier to see on obviously white seats for obvious reasons. And that's it. That's the finished result. Like I said, this car was not the worst, so we only did it once, which was plenty. We don't want to do it too much. We don't need to rub the surface more than we have to if we don't need it, right? In this case, this car is really good. This person did a really good job taking care of their vehicle already. But I just wanted to show you the process of what we do as far as the interior leather cleaning. And we use a similar process for the rest of the car too. So everything does get cleaned up, steamed, and wiped down pretty well. And it just makes for a really good interior detail. You know, we do love our cars. It's important that we do these things. If you got any questions, just leave them in the comment below. Leave me a comment. Like the video if you enjoyed the footage. I'll come out with more content and hopefully you keep learning.